Let's see, are we live? Can anybody see me? Can anybody hear me? Hopefully you can see two of me, but we have a problem. We have a problem. And maybe somebody can help me with my problem. Otherwise, I'm going to have to not do this and just change my program. La-ti-da-ti-da. Oh, it's an ad right now, so I'm just going to wait. There we go. Okay. Is everybody hearing an echo? I need to know before we get started. I'm thinking everybody is. Yes, echo? Let's see. No echo. Okay, fine. Good, good, good. Perfect. So then we can do this. I promised you guys when I made my video last week about my cross stitching stuff that I was going to try to do better at figuring out technology. So this is my attempt at that. I am going to try to show what I'm working on and show me. Yay! But for some reason, I was having volume problems with my two devices. So if it becomes annoying or something, just let me know and I'll turn one off. Hi, everybody. Long time no see, right? Yeah. It's been so long since I've been able to see everyone. I miss everyone. Let me see if I can get some chat here on my, there we go. And I can try to read it from there. Although I don't have my glasses on. And there's a very good reason I don't have my glasses on. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't have my glasses on because I'm a cheapskate. I'm going to show you the reason why. So when I went to get these glasses, it was going to be like $300 to get the anti-glare coating. So I was like, screw that. I don't need it, right? I don't drive at night very often. And that was the only time it was really, useful or whatever. So I opted against it. Well, what I didn't realize is that not only is it an anti-glare from me looking out, but it's also an anti-glare from people looking in. So pictures that I've had taken where I'm wearing my glasses, it's just, so I didn't want to be sitting here all night looking at you like this with you having to look at my glare. So no glasses, but I might have to put them on to read some chat. I'm going to need to take a drink. Oh, of course the puppies are going to want to play now. So tonight I'm celebrating my birthday, 50th. Can you believe 50 years old with a Pacifico? I just opened it. Now I'm just recovering. I have to apologize. I'm just recovering from a cold, a really, really bad cold. And my voice is still pretty scratchy and I have a lot of coughs. So if my coughing, I apologize in advance for my coughing. But I need to wet my whistle there to talk to you. Okay, so let me go back and say hi to everybody. I got to say hi to everybody that's here because I miss you guys. Hey, you guys, please stop. Not you, the dogs. Mary Lou's here. Dawn's here. Hi, Dawn. And Anita and V, hello. And Joe, I've got something to tell you today. I was thinking about you earlier. You're going to be pretty proud of me, I think, though. Sherry, hi, Sherry. Michelle, I heard from Michelle the other day in my comments from my cross-stitch post. Lisa, hi, Lisa. Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. Mary Lou, hi, Mary Lou. I talked to you on my comments, too. Probably a lot of you I did. Who else is here? Who else? Oh, Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Diamond Heart. Hello, Diamond Heart. I love seeing my lovely face. Thanks. It doesn't feel that lovely. It feels old. Look at these bags under my eyes. These are like special for my 50th birthday, I think, those bags under my eyes. 50 is pretty nifty. Yeah, I got to tell you. Michelle Dingle's here. Hi, Michelle. We got to get together and talk about February. Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Your birthday was yesterday and you turned 59. Well, happy birthday to you. Lisa turned 70 in October. Wow, happy birthday to you too. And Linda Hammermeister's here too. Hi, good to see you. So it's great to see everybody. Today's not really my birthday, so I'm just going to throw that out there. But I'm going to be busy on my actual day. So Jeff and I were talking earlier today, and I was like, I really wanted to make my 50th birthday my big relaunch into live streams and everything. And he's like, well, why don't you just do it tonight? I'm like, okay, so I did. So that's where we're at. So that's what we're at. You've got 11 years more bags and Diamond Heart. That's funny. Yeah, okay, so talking about the bags and getting old and the wrinkles, I was looking at a Facebook post today, and I had a hysterectomy not too long ago, and when that happens, you lose a lot of your hormones, especially they were able to leave one ovary, but I've since done the whole menopause thing, and my estrogen levels are real low. So they gave me some supplemental estrogen cream, and it's estradiol. That's the there's different kinds, but what they gave me was estradiol. And I have a lot of, you can't tell right now because I have makeup on, but I've recently gotten a lot of liver spots. So I've got aged liver spots all over, not just my arms and my legs, but also all over my face. I'm just covered in liver spots. And I know it's hereditary because my grandma had a lot of liver spots too when she got older. So my cheeks, they look like big freckles, I guess, but I have a lot of liver spots. So this post that I read said that she started using her estradiol cream on her face, and that it took away her liver spots and her wrinkles. So if you have estradiol cream, Diamond Heart, give that a try on your face. I just started it today, and I will let you know if I see any progress after a while. Yeah. Lisa, you retired. 2 big snowstorms this week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got probably 2-3 inches last night. And I think it's kind of just misting snow a little bit. We're not getting a whole lot. We haven't gotten a whole lot of snow this winter at all. Now, we did get, 2 Sundays ago, my daughter Emily, her ex-husband moved to Kentucky. So they are splitting times with the girls for the holidays. So she was going to meet him halfway in Dayton to exchange the girls. And so I told her that I would drive with her because, that's 4 hours there, 4 hours back, or 4.5 actually. That's a long day. So we took off driving at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it rained from the middle of Michigan all the way down to Dayton, Ohio, and all the way back. And plus we stopped for lunch and stuff, but it rained for 10 straight hours, longer than that. So I was telling Emily, and it was raining pretty hard too at times. Can you imagine if that had all been snow? What a huge storm that would have been, because it was 45, 50 degrees throughout the day. But yeah, it would have been a crazy amount of snow. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. Regina. Hi, Regina. I don't recognize that name, but thank you. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes and welcome. Nice to see you. So let's talk a little bit about, I'll talk about what I'm going to work on, and I'll get started working on it. And then we can talk about some birthday stuff. I got with my mom earlier today. I was going to have my mom come on with me and tell a little bit of stories about my birth and, her pregnancy with me and me when I was little. And I thought that would be kind of fun. But my mom is also in the midst of this big cold that we've all had. And her voice is completely gone. Mine is pretty hoarse, but my mom's is just done. So nobody would even be able to hear her if she was here. So I did get some information from her, and I sent her the link, and she's gonna probably pop in. I don't know if she'll be in the chat or not, but she'll be popping in to watch the video. So if I see my mom on there, I will tell you, and you guys can tell her hi. Patty, hi. Hi, Patty. Nice to see you. So let's talk about what I'm going to work on. Now, Joe, this is where you come into this equation. It's a new start. I know. I'm so sorry, Joe. I'm so sorry. But, and this is a big but, and I have a big but, I just finished one. So I figure it's like a tit for tat kind of deal. I'm not, increasing my whip load by starting a new one, because I did just finish one. And second of all, it's my birthday. So, I feel like I get an out for that. You know what I mean? I get special allowance since it's my birthday. And I hope that you'll approve of that. But when I was kidding this up earlier, I was like, oh, Joe's going to have a field day teasing me about having another new start. So let me show you the one that I just finished first. This was my one and only holiday painting that I did this year. And I love it so much. Isn't that great? I love it, love it, love it. And believe it or not, I did this whole thing in probably 4 settings, like 4 days. I mean, they were long sessions, but like 4 days when I was sick back a couple months ago. So this was Christmas Joy. It's a Donna Gelsinger from Diamond Art Club. It's 50 by 69. So it's not super, super huge, but it's nothing to sneeze at. And it reminds me of like the stuff that the decorations we had in our house in the 70s is why I liked it. And even though I have been doing a lot of cross stitching and a lot of crocheting, which I want to show you guys what I've been crocheting on this week too. I also have been diamond painting, so I have not been slacking on my diamond painting either. I have also been working on this beauty. This is Spooky Sunset. This is a Dreamer Designs kit. And I'm going to have to move the, I just got this bottom row fitted. That whole bottom section finished. And this is a square kit. The other thing I liked about that Christmas Joy is it was a round, so that was fun to work on. I don't know why rounds just feel so much easier to work on to me. Oops. I need to wet my whistle one more time. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to drink beer, really, because I'm so super thirsty that I'm going to have to be drinking a lot. And if I keep drinking a lot of beer, we're going to be wasted by the end of the night. Let me just pop into chat and see what you guys are all saying. So cute, so cute. Yep. Oh, Lou Reiber, that's my mom, you guys. My mom volunteers as the recipient of the snowman. Perfect. It's yours. Now, question for you, Mom. Do you want it framed, or do you want it like that and you can frame it yourself? Let me know. So yeah, Lou Reiber, that is my mama, the one and only mama. Okay. So then the other one that I've been working real hard on is probably one of the last unboxings I did on my channel was for my diamond painting Deutschland order. And it included the Josephine Wall Fly Me to the Moon. And I started that, and I've been working on that hot and heavy. So let me show you where I'm at with that. Now I started at the bottom, so it's probably good. I'm about halfway done. And this is the one that I think it has like 250 colors, something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 250 or 235, something like that. It's over 200 anyways. Let me fold it. And of course it is double-sided adhesive, but I love that. I know you guys, everybody thinks I'm a total freak because I like double-sided adhesive, but I love it. So that's what I've got done so far. And so you can't really tell so much what it is quite yet because, it's just half the picture. But that is the, what you're looking at right here is going to be the butterfly wings, part of the wings. And then we've got, another butterfly over here. So this section's not quite, oh wait, yes it is. One of the sections is it this one? Or is it in the middle here? One of them I'm not quite finished with, but I mean, close enough. So that's that one. And I love working on this. Oops. I'm so sorry to shake that camera. I love working on this one. Okay, So the one I'm going to start tonight that I'm super excited to start tonight is Spectrum Express. Now this is from Dreamer Designs, and it's one that I ordered, and I never did an unboxing on it because it happened after I wasn't making videos for a while there. That's when I ordered it. So I'll just show you guys the canvas and what it looks like. It's like a fractal looking train, you know, coming from a sunset, coming away from a sunrise or sunset. I suppose it could be either, right? And you guys know how I feel about trains. So I always, any diamond painting that comes out that has trains, I've got to. Just can't resist. Can't help myself. Can't stop, won't stop. Oh, Regina's from Texas. Regina, I have so many friends in Texas. I have so many, I go to a lot of retreats in Texas, actually. So that's really cool. What part of Texas are you in, if you don't mind my asking? Yes, Joe, I do like my trains. I do like my trains. And what kind of crafts do you do, Regina? I would be interested to hear that. Yes, Dawn, Fly Me to the Moon is very, very pretty. Now, let me ask you a question, though. Have you, I don't know how often any of you look at the offerings at Diamond Painting Deutschland, but there are 2 Diamond Painting Deutschland Josephine walls that I have not seen anywhere else. And they are in my cart right now. But they're each 95 euros, which with the, depending on the date of, you know, when you're going to do the conversion or whatever, is over $100, plus up to at least, I mean, I've ordered 4 from them at a time, and it was one flat shipping cost, but their flat shipping costs to come to the US from Germany is 75 euros. So depending on the exchange rate, that's, you know, well over $75. So yeah, that'll cost me at least $300 to get those 2. So, you know, we'll see. But I would be better off to get them both at once than to get them individually and pay that 75 euro shipping cost twice. You know what I mean? So got to save up and wait and see. And then there's another, this is an older Josephine wall. I've never seen it as a diamond painting. However, I bet you could get it as a custom because they have the chart for it, the cross stitch chart on Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's a bat. And you know that I would love that. You know how I feel about spooky stuff. So yeah. Yep. All right. See, I'm better off actually looking at the chat up there. Yep, my grandpa was big into trains. Well, Mom, that's too much of a good gift idea for my 50th. Let me tell you that. Oh, but I do have a better gift idea. I just thought of it the other day. I'll let you know. Yeah, I think I've told everybody before about, yeah, Dawn, I tried to do that. I tried to get Mindy and Sue Layden, but they changed their minds when it came time for me to order. So they didn't want anything by the time I was ready to place my order. But I'll do that again. Reach out and see if anybody wants to order with me. That's a good idea. But yeah, what was I going to say, Mama? I was going to say something to my mama. Oh, yeah, I had told everybody here about Grandpa and the trains. My grandpa used to have one whole wall of his basement that he had model trains set up, and I would play the model trains along the wall. It was fun. Very, very good childhood memory. I loved my grandma and grandpa so much. Everybody knows that. Okay, I guess I'll start over here. Now, this sucker has a ton of black. We're talking like 6 bags of black. And it's square, of course. So, so anyways, so because I can't wear my glasses because I don't want to glare you guys out, my friend Susie, unfortunately, her mother passed away. And her mother was a quilter and a knitter. And her mother gave me this awesome, it's like an art light, but it's probably from the 60s. It's super cool looking. I love it. So I'm going to turn this light on and I'm going to see if it's going to make a bad difference. Oh yeah, that's pretty glary, isn't it? Let's see if but it has a magnifier on it. Is what I need it for is the magnifier. Let's see if I can. Oh, that makes a world of, oh, that's lovely. That's just loverly. And that light's not too bad. That's not too annoying. Cool, I've never worked with a magnifier light before. I'm feeling all kinds of professional today. Hey, Mom, Karen, I see you're saying hello to Karen. Karen is here local in Michigan. Well, not local, but she's in Michigan. And she meets up. She started a group of diamond painter people that meet in Michigan that I haven't been able to go to in a really, really, really long time. But yeah, she's a super sweet lady. She goes to some of the retreats with me. Yeah, she's awesome. She is awesome. So let's talk a little bit about Stockbridge. Yeah, that's where we meet up, is in Stockbridge. And Karen, you don't live in Owasso, but you have people, you have relatives in Owasso, right? Because I know you're in Owasso a lot. We talked about meeting up there before. My mom is in Merrill, so not too far from Owasso at all. You're in Central Texas, Regina. Okay, so the retreats that I go to, well, and the friends that I have, Deborah lives in Dallas, well, just outside Dallas. Marissa lives in Kinney, which is Dallas. And then I've got a bunch of friends that live, or I got Kara's in Houston, or Katie actually. And then I've got a bunch of other people that are like central, like cross-stitchy people, Judith and Lisa and all of those ladies. I'm not super cool for close friends with them, but you know, I would consider them friends. But the other, like Marissa and Deborah and them, are good friends. In fact, I will be headed to Texas in February for the No Frills retreat. That's going to be at, gosh, what's the name of the city that's in? It's called the Red Boot Retreat, is the name of the retreat facility. And they just built a Buc-ee's there. It's about halfway between Dallas and Houston. What's it called? Gosh, I can't. My memory. You know what? Hillsboro. Thank you, Karen. See, I need something. Oh, Karen, you're moving to Owasso? That is so cool. We will definitely have to get together when you move to Owasso. Are you retiring then? Cool. So Karen's a math teacher, but not like a normal math teacher. Karen's like a serious math teacher, like a crazy advanced math teacher. Okay, this isn't going to work. I'm not going to be able to do this. At least not tonight, because I just, I'm not used to it. And I'm like, my hand underneath there is a different size than my hand when it's out, and it's making me feel funny, especially now if I'm drinking beer, because you know how that goes. I'm just going to turn the light back on. There, that's at least a little bit better with the light on. Okay, so let's talk about serious math. Yes, Karen, as opposed to fun math. Serious math and fun math. Actually, I used to really love math when I was in school. I got to go to the Math Olympics once. Remember, Mom, when I got to go to the state Math Olympics? Me and Peter Fondrick. We were the two best math kids in our school. What was that other thing I did in elementary school? Battle of the Books. I did Battle of the Books. Does anybody remember Battle of the Books? Now, yeah, you know how old I am, so you can date me. And do they still have Battle of the Books? Does anybody know what Battle of the Books is all about? Let's see, we're going to do a quiz. You didn't study, Mama? Watch a video today where there's a comedian who says people who are willing to die for this country said, how about doing math for your country? That's right. Yeah, no, the drunk drilling is not recommended. Woo. Yeah, you know what's funny is I can't work on like my my Josephine Walls or something when I'm drinking because it's so much confetti that in like a section you might have in a huge section one drill of that color. And so you're constantly taking out color. You're changing colors all the freaking time. And then you miss them. They're so easy to miss because there's so many of them. And so if I do drunk drilling, then I end up getting frustrated and impatient. And I say, screw it. And I just start putting stuff. If I have open spaces and I don't feel like grabbing the bottles back out, I just start plunking them in there where they don't go. Hi, Michelle Hunter. How are you? Yep, I did always love reading Battle. So I wanted to tell you guys what Battle of the Books is. So nobody answered. So I'm assuming that you guys don't know what Battle of the Books is. So when I was in elementary school, I was an avid reader. In fact, you know, most parents have to yell at their kids to like read, sit down and read. My parents had to yell at me to get up and go outside and play because I would literally sit in the living room and read a book all day, every day. I was always reading. So they used to have to yell at me and make me go outside and play just because that's all I wanted to do was sit and read. So, but Battle of the Books was when I was in elementary school and you were on a team and it was citywide. So all of the elementary schools throughout the city had a list of books and everybody had to read the same list of books. All of the teams had to read the same list of books. And then we would get together at the public library and we would have a battle. And there was a judge that was like one of the librarians or something. And the teams would sit together it looked like a courtroom, actually, the way they would set it up. The teams would set opposite each other, like plaintiff and defendant. And the judge would ask questions regarding the plot and the storyline and the characters and everything, you know, about this book. And you had to consult with your team members and answer the questions. And so I loved Battle of the Books. It was so fun. We won the city championship for that too. Maybe it wasn't a national thing. Maybe it was just something that our library did here locally, because I've never heard of anybody else ever talking about it, now that I think about that. But yeah, I loved it. It was super fun. And it was an excuse I had to read. My mom couldn't push me outside to play. She had to let me read. All right, actually, you know what? Before I get busy drilling and stuff like that, now I am going to be vaping tonight. And I know that it's not a good idea with my cold, and it probably will make me cough. Don't worry, I won't die. But I have to. It's an addiction. I'm sorry, I'm addicted. I'm an addict. I got in trouble not too long ago for a figure of speech joke type thing that I made. And it was similar to something like me saying, oh, I'm an addict, talking about vaping. And I thought, give it a rest. Freaking Gen Z snowflakes. I'm sorry. Everything's so offensive. Thanks. Thank you, Diamond Heart. No judgment zone. Love that. Okay, 2 hours south of Dallas. So yeah, that's kind of by Hillsboro. Well, Hillsboro's maybe 3.5 from Dallas. Dawn, you like to read too? Do you still read? Yeah, you do still read. See, and that's the thing is I've kind of gotten away from it. And I think it's just because I've gotten so into crafting. And I always have to be busy with my hands these days. Like I don't know if it's like a nervous energy or what, but I always have to be doing something with my hands. And it's interesting, Mom, I was thinking about this because when I was a kid, up until the time I was an adult, I had this really, really gross habit. And it was like a nervous habit. You know, a lot of people bite their fingernails or whatever. No, I didn't do that. I would pick my cuticles, but I would pick my cuticles to the point that my fingertips were bloody nubs. I would pick them so much that I didn't have fingerprints on the bottoms of my fingers, and my fingertips were constantly covered in band-aids, which, working at the police department in all the biohazard stuff in the evidence room like I did, was not a good look. So I wore gloves constantly, which made my hands gross and sweaty and whatever. But yeah. So anyway, ever since I have been crafting, I don't pick my fingers anymore because my hands are busy doing something. And I just recently made that connection. Yes, I did have a clip light on my bed so I could read in bed. Yep, sure did. Diamond Heart, my son just went back to Georgia this last Sunday. He got to be home on leave for almost 3 weeks. Oh, now he's deployed. Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. You're going to miss him. But 3 weeks is nice. That's a nice visit. You vape to quit smoking. Yeah, that's what I do too. Yeah, I started vaping instead of smoking about, I don't know, Mom, what do you think it's been? 4 or 5 years ago. And now I can't stand a normal cigarette. It's so weird. Yeah. Yeah, V, yep. See, I wish I need to get started, V, with audiobooks because I have been lately, instead of watching stuff on TV when I craft, I have been just listening to music on my Pandora instead. My kids make fun of me because I use Pandora, and I even have Pandora Premium, and I have my playlist like just tapped out to the max, like perfect. I have a perfect playlist. And and I love my Pandora, but my kids make fun of me because I don't listen to Spotify, because I guess that's what people are supposed to listen to these days. Whatever. But yeah, I should get into audiobooks because then at least I'd be like absorbing some knowledge into my brain. My problem is when I do read, my favorite kind of books anymore are, well, I do like a lot of nonfiction. Like I like historical biography type books, but I guess I do like historical fiction as well. So I could probably find those on audiobook. But there's one, yeah, Mom, you listen to a lot of podcasts, don't you? Yeah. There's one of the fiber festivals I go to down by Ann Arbor. They have a whole, the same weekend as the fiber festival, they have a whole barn that they have a book sale, and they sell paperbacks for 50 cents and hardcovers for $1. And I mean, granted, they're all older books, but so what? Because I don't know, I am another person. I am one of those people. I like to have a paper book. Like I do have a Kindle and I do read books on Kindle, but I'd rather turn a page. I don't know. I'm old fashioned. All right, bye, Patty. It was good to see you too. Thank you. Yeah, I should get a library card. Yep. What is, oh, Libby, is that that's a library audiobook thing? Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, I was gonna call you the other day. You know that cross stitch project that I left at your house in that Maddie's bag? Can you look at it and tell me what it is? Because I'm missing a couple of projects, and I'm just wondering which one that is. All right, anyways, okay. We're going to get some birthday stuff out of the way. So we're going to talk about me now. It's all about me. Speaking of which, I've got a story. I'm going to tell this story first. So Christmas time, we go over to my friend Jennifer's Christmas evening, and we have dinner and we play games and open presents. So we used to play Cards Against Humanity. Well, that gets old after a while. So this year, Maddie got a new game, and we took it out over there, and it's called Most Likely To. And you take a card, and you take turns, and you read out loud the card, the person most likely to blah, 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 blah. And then everybody in the game votes who among that crowd that card fits the most. And whoever, gets that everybody agrees on, that person gets the card. And then whoever gets 7 cards first is the loser. So instead, you don't want these cards. You don't want to be one of these most likely people. So these are mostly like derogatory-ish things. Well, we played this game probably 4 times over the holidays, and both Maddie and Nate and myself have come to the conclusion that is a family-breaking game, because all it does is cause hurt feelings. Because I still have salty feelings about the game we played on Christmas Day. And let me tell you why. And it's been stewing. I've been chewing on this ever since. I just keep chewing. Oh, ink circles. Okay. Oh, the tangled fires. Okay, so that's not, yes. I forgot about that one. So I'm missing 2 then. I have no idea where they are. Weird. All right, thanks, Michelle. Anyway, so the card read, most likely to have to be the center of attention. And we were a group of about 9 or 10 people at Jennifer's house. Instantly, without hesitation, all 9 other people pointed at me. I was shocked. I was shocked. I don't resemble that remark. It's just a game, Fokker, right, Mom? But everybody just so quick. We're like, oh, Angie. Oh, that was Angie. I'm like, what? What? To be the center of attention? No. So I've been thinking and thinking. I've been thinking about it way too much. Let's put it that way. I've been thinking about it way too much. But here's what I've come up with. In social situations, I always, no matter if I am the host or a guest, I always feel like it is my responsibility to make sure that everybody else is having a good time. And I think because of that, that makes me look like I'm being the center of attention, because I'm trying to tell stories and draw people out and bring people into conversations and, see if they need something to eat or to drink or, whatever. I think that's what it is. That's what I feel like, because I don't know. Yeah, right, Mom? I used to be so shy. I used to be so painfully shy. Like in school, I was so quiet and so shy. But, yeah. Mom, but they do know that the rest of the Angie, the crazy Angie that they know. They know. Trust me, they know. I don't really hold back with these people. I pretty much, what you see is what you get. These people are all my friends. I pretty much lay it out there, and what they see is what they get. Okay, here we go. We're going to talk about Angie. It's all about Angie now, because she's the center of attention, at least for today. So I was born January 26th, 1975. And in 1975, we're going to talk about some of the things that were going on then. The #1 hit song on that date was Laughter in the Rain by Neil Sedaka. Not one of my favorite songs. And that really, really bothers me that it's not a great song in my book. But here's some other songs that were on the charts that day or that week. You're No Good. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, which is sung by the anti-Neil. See, there's Neil Young and Neil Diamond, and Neil Young is Neil, but Neil Diamond is the anti-Neil. But I do like that song. Best of My Love, which is that America? Yeah, I think so. Black Water, which that's what, Doobs? Is that the Doobs? The Doobie Brothers? And Lonely People. All right. Then I'm also going to tell you, and my mom is going to know the question or know the answer to this. Everybody else will. When I was a little kid, guess what my favorite song in the whole wide world was? And I would walk around singing it. I love Black Water too. But I didn't know the words, so I sang the words wrong. It was Play That Funky Music. Oh yeah. I guess I still love that song. I still rock out to that song. So instead of Play That Funky Music, white boy, apparently my mama tells me that I used to sing it, play that funky music, wah wah. Play that funky music, wah. So I always think of the wah wah when I hear that song. Yep. There wasn't much going on in the headlines on this day in history. Well, not this day, but the day of my birthday. There was like a vote in Thailand, an election in Thailand. A plane crashed from America University in Washington and killed 5 people. So that's a sad thing. Some other stuff happened, but nothing, nothing crazy. Okay, that was all I wanted to talk about there was the stuff the songs on my birthday. So now we're going to talk about Angie's birth story. Paperback writer was Pay for That Right, Sir. Oh, Karen, that is so cute. I think I told you guys before about, what's the other one that I used to do wrong all the time? Was, There's a Bad Moon on the Rise. Instead of There's a Bad Moon on the Rise, I used to sing it, There's a Bathroom on the Right. Pacifico is great beer. If you guys have never had Pacifico, you should try it. It's really, really good. Yep, there's a bathroom on the right. So, I don't know what my mom was wearing in 1975 when she was pregnant for me, because I don't know what the fashions were back then, but I'm going to try to imagine that, okay, Michelle, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to imagine that it was probably bell bottoms or something, although she probably wasn't wearing those while she was pregnant for me, because my poor little mother, I wish you could see her. I wish I had a picture of my mom. In fact, I think I do. Hold on, I have a picture of my mom on my phone. I'll show you. Dun, dun, dun. I was just looking at it, as a matter of fact. My poor little mama is 5'4" and teeny. She's just a small little lady. Oh, that's me and Nate. Hold on. That's not my mom. There's a picture of her and Nate that I'm thinking of that I just took recently. No, jeepers creepers. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I want to show you. I want to show you a picture of her. Oh, maybe I'm way in the wrong place. Oops, I went the wrong way, darn it. I'm sorry, you guys. And you know I'm a technological idiot, but I'm going to get better. I am getting better. And I don't have my glasses on. That's making it a little difficult. It's Mom and Nate. No, that's... Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is my mom and Nate on Christmas Eve. So that's my son, Nate, who is 16. standing with my mom. And look at how teeny she is. So imagine my teeny little mama pregnant for me, and she said she was just as big around as she was tall. So she was very, very wide. She said that her favorite food when she was pregnant for me was Big Macs. She couldn't get enough Big Macs. She was eating Big Macs all the time. And it's funny because I love Big Macs. It's about the only thing that I like from McDonald's is their Big Macs. So yeah, so she ate a lot of Big Macs and she gained a lot of weight, and it shows because when I was born, when I came out, and my mom sent me these pictures earlier, and they're pictures of pictures that I printed on my printer on regular paper. So these aren't like very high quality or anything, so you'll have to forgive me. So when I was born, after eating all of those Big Macs in the womb, this is what I looked like. Check out those cheeks. She should have named me Cheeks McGee is what she should have named me. Look at those cheeks. I was a chubber. I was a fatty bo-batty. So I guess I weighed 8 pounds, 5 ounces when I was born, which is a big baby for somebody as small as my mom. And I was my mom's first child. So, you know, a lot of times your first child will be smaller or whatever, but she said she had a very long labor and it hurt very, very bad. And I don't disagree, or I don't fight. I don't argue that. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it was horrible. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mom and I have this joke. Well, now I say it to my kids too, is what was I saying 25 years ago today? Ouch. That really hurt. Okay, so excuse me. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Not tonight anyway. So this is the next picture of me when I looked a little bit cuter. But this is I'm not sure how old this was, but look how cute I was there. Look at that cute little baby, but look at those rolls on my arm. I had such big fat rolls on my arms. I was a chubster. The only thing is I was adorable, but look at that hair. I don't know what my mom had going on with my hair. She was trying to do that little Gerber baby doop-de-doo on top. And then when I was a little bit older still, this one didn't print very good. There's that one. Still chubby. See, I've been chubby since the day I was born. I come by it naturally. And then there's this one. I think she said I was 18 months in this one. Or 19 months. Yep, 19 months old. So I was cute. I was a little cutie pie. So those are my baby pictures. What else? Oh, and then she also sent me, and this was cute too. And I have these on my phone. I didn't print these out because there were a lot of them. I won't show you all of them, but let me just show you these cute. We're going to go through I'm going to show you my high school pictures. Or my school pictures. So I think that this was second grade with my Jordache sweater. You don't know how cool I felt in that sweater. I got to tell you guys, that sweater was the shit. But let me tell you something. I wore it all the time because purple was my favorite color, number one. And it was Jordache, number two. But it was the pickiest goddamn sweater you've ever felt in your life. It was so scratchy. God, I hated that sweater. It was so scratchy. But I wore it all the time because it was a Jordache sweater. This was third grade. This is when I started looking a little awkward. This looks like Nate, I think. I look a little bit like Nate in that one. Sixth grade. Now, sixth grade, I thought I was the shit right there. Because I was like the safety patrol captain and all this stuff. Now, you can't tell, but the outfit that I'm wearing that day was a very special outfit. I was wearing black stirrup leggings, which you guys remember stirrup leggings? I loved stirrup leggings. And this long button-down shirt that was black and had primary colored puzzle pieces on it. It was very 80s. Very, very 80s. Yeah. And I remember this particular picture because my hair looked awful in this school picture, and my mom had to have surgery or was sick or something. I think you had your hysterectomy then. That's when you had your hysterectomy. Not that I'm for personal information. Sorry, Ma. But we were at my grandma's, and so my grandma had to do our hair for school pictures, and yeah. Then 7th grade, braces. So that's when the braces came back on, because I had them on earlier than that. My teeth were FUCK'd when I was little. 8th grade, more braces. I don't know why I always tilt my head like that, but I still, to this day, tilt my head funny when I get my picture taken. 9th grade, I had braces for a long time. 9th grade, more braces, and check out that hairdo. 10th grade, braces came off, and look at the difference. Look at how much better I looked with my braces off. So much better. And then 11th grade, I had a horrible haircut. 11th grade, my hair was very short. And then my senior picture, I loved my senior pictures. That was my senior picture. And then, but look at that pretty girl and look at me. What the hell happened? Dude, that's what 32 years does to you. Yuckers. All right. And so, this is me when I was 5 years old with my tank top. And I'm sure my little sister Heather had a matching tank top in a different color, because even though there were 3 years between us in age, my mother insisted on dressing us alike, like we were twins, but we weren't. Aww. This one is me and my mom at the fair sometime in the 80s. You were looking like a hot chick there, Mama. Yes, I do call my mom Mama all the time. Oh, and this is me and Heather also at the fair. That's my little, whoops, it's sideways. That's my little sister Heather. Whoops. I'm sorry, it keeps flopping sideways. And you can see that, well, you can't really tell in that picture, but we are wearing the same shirt, but different colors, because that's all we wore. Oh, my sister Heather's here. Heather Gorney, that's my little sister, you guys. Hi, sissy. Yes. Your hair was a mess too, wasn't it? Yep. See, isn't that crazy how I can remember that stuff from 6th grade? That's nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Oh, stop it. I have to show the oh, stop it picture. So my mom smoked. My mom was a smoker, which, most people were in the 80s, 70s, 80s. No big deal. So my mom sometimes, if we were teasing her or something, she would do this thing with her cigarette, and she'd go, oh, stop it. Like this. Oh, stop it. And so I had this habit of sitting on our kitchen cupboards. Do your kids, or did you sit on the kitchen cupboards? Anybody? Yeah, we got in trouble all the time I got in trouble all the time for sitting on the kitchen cupboards, but I did it anyways. And I think after a while, my mom just gave in and just let me do it. So one time I was sitting on the kitchen cupboard. Oh, I gotta find it. Gosh darn it. Because this is a good one. I was sitting on the kitchen cupboard, and my mom came in and told me to get off the cupboard or whatever. And I told her, oh, stop it. In a funny way. Gosh darn it, I can't find that damn picture. I was just looking at it, for heaven's sake. Anyways, there's a picture of me at about 14 years old sitting on the kitchen counter going, oh, stop it. It was fun. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. Mom says I freaked out when I remembered it was picture day and I wouldn't be there to make sure your hair was done. I know. Ooh, V, you had a mullet in 6th grade. That rocks, bro. You were probably so cool. You were the coolest. You were the coolest. You know what? Heather, you had a mullet at one point, didn't you? Oh, Holly's in that picture too, Mom? I didn't see her. Yeah, I have 2 sisters, Heather and Holly. I guess I didn't get on the naming boat with the H's. See, I'm the center of attention, so I had to be different. Yes, yes, yes. Giant, yes. Yes, giant 80s hair for sure. My mom used to sing a song when I would do my hair in the 80s, because here's how I did my hair in the 80s. I had the perm, right? Because you had to have the perm. And I would take my that gel, it was hair gel, what was it called, Wet n Wild or something like that, and I'd put the gel in my hair and scrunch it when my hair was wet. Scrunch it, scrunch it, scrunch it. Let my hair dry, because you don't want to blow dry it with the perm, because then you get frizzy. Let my hair dry, and then I'd take the comb or the brush or whatever and tease it, back comb it, you know what I mean? Get some volume there, get it nice and, nice and big. But then you take your bangs and take the curling iron and curl them up and back, right? You had to curl them up and back like this, and then tons of hairspray. So they stuck up about, I don't know, about like that tall, and curled over, like that. And then on the side, yeah, just like that. And then on the sides, you would put a bunch of hairspray right here on the sides, so they kind of winged out. So your sides kind of winged out when your hair was down. So my mom, when I would do my hair and it would be all big or whatever, would sing the song, "Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of her head." And of course you had to use Aquanet hairspray. And I can remember my poor mom, because we used to obviously do our hair with the bathroom door open, and the mirror's right here. And so the open door is behind you, and you're spraying the Aquanet for 10 minutes straight. Like, our bathroom door was just coated in Aquanet. It was probably a huge fire hazard. I gotta say. Huge, huge, huge. Who else had big hair out there? I want to hear from everybody else that had big hair. Big poofy bangs. Oh, you didn't even have the patience back then, V? That's funny. Ponytails most of the time. See, my problem, I should do my hair. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea, you guys. Okay, for the next live, I'll do my hair the way because my hair is about as long as it was then when I wear it down, which I don't know if you guys have ever seen me with my hair down. It's just always up in this massive poof ball. Yes, I will. Next live, I'll do my hair the way I did it in the 80s. And we can see. Well, you saw that in my senior picture. My hair was pretty damn big in my senior picture, and that wasn't even the 80s anymore. That was the 90s. I graduated in 93. Look how big my hair was there. That's still pretty big. And it was getting, I had the wave thing going. I was doing the wave a little bit. Not as much as I did in the 80s, though. So V did not. She did a ponytail. Dawn did her hair, big hair. Karen, of course, had big hair. Jennifer had big hair. That's awesome. Yeah, big hair was the shit. I wish it would come back in style. It was great for me. It was a great hairstyle for me, honestly, because I don't know if you could, well, you can tell a little bit. But I have very, very fine, thin, limp hair. So when the whole straight hair thing got to be in style, it sucked for me because my hair is just so limp and yucky. So I do way better when it's when I can back comb it and make it big. Oh yes. You know what I also used to do so that I could get volume underneath, because when my hair was longer, so I could get volume underneath, I would tip my head upside down and spray the heck out of it upside down, leave my hair upside down until the hairspray died, and then whip it back. And then, yeah, of course it stuck out like this, but then I could, like, you know, kind of push it down a little bit, but it gave lots of good volume. Lots of good volume. Yeah, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Goodness gracious. All right, so what is everybody working on? I haven't talked to anybody in forever and a day. So I've been sitting here talking about myself and stupid shit this whole time. What is everybody out there working on? I would love to hear. I would love to hear what you guys got going on. I am gonna have another beer, I think, because it's my birthday. And I'm gonna sip Bacardi like it's my birthday. Oh, I gotta, excuse me. I need my bottle opener. Whoops, wrong side. Oh, I know what else I want to do. Okay, before I get started diamond painting, again, which I am going to do, believe it or not, I want to show you guys my crochet project. Yes, right, Karen? I thought so. The 50 cent was pretty appropriate. Karen's working on the DAC calendar. How is that? That looked very interesting to me. I kind of wished I would have gotten it. Mary Lou's working on a big bag of cheese puffs. I love you, Mary Lou. That's so cute. I wish I was. That sounds good. Ooh, I got to tell you what we had for dinner. So for Christmas this year, the kids all got together and got Jeff a Blackstone grill. And I got him a bunch of like accessories to go with it. So I'm thinking, okay, it's a freaking griddle. Like, how's it going to be any different than putting a pan on the stove, a griddle on the stove and cooking or whatever? But let me tell you, it is. The shit that he makes on that has such great flavor. It tastes so good. We made a stir fry on it last week, and it tasted just like what you get like at the hibachi restaurant at like Benihana's or whatever. It was very, very good. So tonight he made smash burgers with they were double cheeseburgers with provolone with mushrooms and onions. They were delicious. Delicious. Oh, I didn't know there were two versions, Karen. See, you're knowing something that I don't. Yep, I should sip some Bacardi because it's my birthday. Dawn's working on the Margaritaville parrot. Cool, cool. Jennifer's crocheting a graph gan called Paradise. Jennifer, I would love to get in touch with you someday and let you help me with my graph gan, because I do still have that Swan Valley bands one that I need to get finished by the end of the school year for Nate's band boosters. And I'm having a hard time. Michelle's working on the DAC Flamingo. Cute. Get you a little bit of tropical up in here. Michelle, the other Michelle, is working on DAC called Child of Heaven. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your mom. Child of Heaven. I can't think of what one that is. Who's the artist on that one? I could look it up, but V is working on a few kits this month, but focusing on Richard Lorenz. I love Richard Lorenz. I think his stuff is so darn cute. Tammy's working on Mocha Babe. And, oh, the first one was at Hobby Lobby and used most of the same images from 2024. Oh, okay. All right. Is it sold out? Is the new one sold out? Is the 2025 sold out? Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Before I go getting into my diamond painting, which I am definitely going to do, I want to show you what I've been working on. I'm going to show you my crochet stuff. Now, I did a video earlier in the week and showed all of my cross-stitching whips. I have been very, very busy cross-stitching. I've been cross-stitching a ton lately, spending a lot of time cross-stitching. I've also, like you saw earlier, I have been spending a lot of time diamond painting. I really have. but I still have been spending a lot of time crocheting. So I'm just getting a lot done. I've just been prolific, let me tell you. So this is stuff that I've worked on this week alone in crochet. Now, not all of it did I start this week. Some of it is continuing on, but I'll show you as we go. So I got the first, this week, I got the first sleeve almost done on this beautiful cable sweater. And I am in love with this sweater. I originally thought that I was going to gift this, but I just absolutely love the way it turned out. And I love this sleeve, how it's just a single crochet sleeve, but it has that cable motif on the outside of it. And I do love the neckline as well. I think it has a very, I mean, of course I have to finish it off and make it, you know, it's going to be more of a crew, like a wider crew. Or I might have it, I might make it come up a little bit. I'm not sure. And I have to put the, actually this one, no, this is how they ended it. There's no ribbing on the bottom. This is the way she ended it. And this yarn is, oh shit, I lost my label. I lost my yarn label. But this is that same, what is this yarn? It's roving style yarn. It's just an acrylic. It's the same yarn I made a sweater for my friend Sarah for last Christmas with the gray. It was a Lion Brand kit. So this must be Lion Brand yarn. But I had extra yarn, enough to make a whole nother sweater. So I made that, and it's pretty heavy too. Then I've done, now my mom and my sisters, both of them, and my poor sister Heather. So when I first started to crochet, which was how many years ago, guys? 3-4 years ago? When I first decided I wanted to learn how to crochet, I was talking to my sister Heather, and she was like, ooh, I can tell you what I want. I want you to make me a Roseanne granny square blanket. And I was like, okay, bet. All right. So right away that day, the exact day she told me, and this is 3-4 years ago, I went to Walmart and I bought as much, and I was on a very tight budget. I bought as much different color yarn as I had enough money for. But it was very clear to me that it wasn't going to turn out looking super cool unless I had a lot of different colors of yarn, because it's a scrap GAN. I mean, it's intended to have each square be different. So now here we are 3 to 4 years later, and God knows how much yarn I've got saved up, not to mention scraps from the bazillion projects I've finished over that amount of time. And I talked to her earlier in the week, and I said, Heather, did you still want me to make that thing? And she's like, well, yeah, if you don't mind. Well, actually, she was nicer about it than that. She's like, you don't have to, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I really, really want to. It would be a good use of my scraps, you know, blah, blah, blah. So then I thought, well, if I'm making one for Heather, I should see if my mom and Holly want one. And so I texted them, and they do too. So I thought, cool. So here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be a lot of fun. So this week I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 squares this week. And they're all different. You can see them on my other screen down here. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. 15 different squares. And I used all different yarn. I mean, I used some yarns that aren't even the same weight. And this is like a fuzzy yarn. I used some cotton yarn in there. Just whatever I had. I'm not even looking. I have all my yarn in a couple of baskets down at the base of my chair, and I just grab. I don't even look. I just grab, and whatever comes next, that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm getting some random crazy color combos that you would never in a million years expect to see together. And I like that. I think it's looking great. So I figured it out, and I need 165 squares per blanket. Based on the measurements of these squares. So these are 5 round squares. And so times 3, that's 495 squares that I need for those 3 blankets. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little game out of it. I'm going to make all of the squares. Then I'm going to put them into a great big garbage bag, because that's probably what I'm going to need to move them around in. Put them into a great big garbage bag and get together with my mom and my sisters and take them over there. And I'm going to let them go through them and choose which squares they want for their blankets. And I think that'll be fun. So that's my plan with that. Okay, so then dun, dun, dun. I've got some of this stuff is just crazy. That's just in the way. Okay, so then I started a blanket for my friend Susie for Christmas next year. And it was supposed to have been one I did this year, but I didn't get around. The only Christmas gift I made this year was for my mom. I made her a cross stitch project. So this is it so far. And these are just colors that I've chosen from my stash of just regular acrylic 4-weight yarn. And I think that I've done an excellent job of choosing colors that are complementary. So I'm also going to put a very, very dark brown in here. And then, of course, there's going to be more of this beautiful, this color, cranberry, or kind of a toasted whatever. So that'll be for my friend Susie for next year. This is called the six-day star blanket. Now, it's going to take longer than 6 days to make it, but it kind of reminded me of a granny square blanket because you've got kind of these granny stitches in it, but something a little bit different. And this is going to be, I'm doing one, it's called the Supernova. So you can either do a regular 7-pointed star, which is a little bit easier to do, or you can do a 14-pointed star, which is a little bit more, it ends up being more of a round blanket. You can see this round right here. I'm going to start adding on the 7 other points. Right now it only has 7 points, but it's going to have 14. All right, so that's that. Then I kept working on my Spirit of Flora crochet along. That is a crochet along that ended. It was going on last year and I didn't get it finished, but I'm making some more of my squares. I'm using Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton for this. So I made that one and this one this week. Then, hold on, I gotta stand up so I can reach my other thingy here. Bum, bum, bum. That's where I put that. All right. I made my sister Holly some fingerless gloves because she has psoriasis really bad on her hands. And her hands, especially in the wintertime, get so dry and cracked. And I had this yarn that I had gotten several years ago from a local yarn shop that was, this is 100% baby llama. Now, baby llama is weird to work with because the fiber is so long, it's almost like human hair. It's weird. So I figured this natural fiber would be nice and soothing on her because it's so nice and soft. And then I had enough yarn left over, not enough to make a hat because I tried 4 different hat patterns and ripped them out because I didn't have enough yarn. So I finally decided I would just make her a head wrap, like a headband. So with the leftover. So that's for my sister Holly. And then I made my sister Heather a bucket hat, a granny square bucket hat the other day in the morning. I was just sitting there. And then I'm making myself, this was some very special yarn that I got from one of the fiber festivals. And I'm pairing it with a mohair that has sparkles in it. And it is going to be the Bag O' Day Crochet, her new one, Spirograph. This is going to be the Spirograph beanie. I fell in love with it and decided it needed to be mine. Then let me ask you guys a question about this. I'm making a bag, and I'm making a bag. Do you think that this is too wide for the bag? Should I start this over and make it about that wide instead? I don't know. So I'm thinking about that. Then I started another hat, and this is an MJ's Off the Hook cable hat that I just have a little bit halfway going. Then I started another hat. This yarn is super cool. Okay, I bought this yarn at a fiber festival, and when it was hanked up, it was like, well, that's the thing, Mary Lou, it was supposed to be a purse, but I'm thinking if I keep it that wide, it would have to be more of a tote, don't you think? Oh, hi, Mindy's here. I didn't even see you. I'm too busy talking. I should probably go back and look and see what everybody's got, what everybody's saying, huh? Yeah. Like painting your house with a Q-tip, Mom? Well, I'm going to be doing that too this summer, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Heather, you need to do a diamond painting. I have all of my diamond paintings out. You should come over and pick one out and do one with me. You're down for a blind draw from the bag, Heather? No, I want you to pick. Hi, Mindy. I'm saying hi to Mindy again. Dawn says keep it that size. Okay. Okay, I will. Anyways, Mindy and I got this yarn at a fiber festival that we went to, and it was really interesting the way it was dyed. When you saw it on the hank, one end of it was black and one end of it was colored. So then when I wound it up, it came out like this. So I was really interested to see how it was going to work up. And so I'm making that Bag-O-Day Crochet, the short row hat. And look at, isn't that neat the way that's working up? It's so interesting the way those colors are coming together. I just think that looks so absolutely cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to have to get some more of that kind of yarn. Now, what you have to keep in mind with this too is this is because of the way you work a short row hat, you're working up and down. So that's why my stripes are up and down like that. Now, if I were working a regular project where you work left to right, my stripes would look like this, which still looks very cool. Now, also another thing to keep in mind, because this is a short row project, meaning the length of my stitch, the stitch count is different on every row. That's what's making my colored and black parts be staggered. Now, I'm wondering if I kept my stitch consistently the same, if I was doing just a regular, like 10 stitches in a row type of thing, would it come out all of my coloreds are together, all of my blacks are together, all of my coloreds are together? I don't know. So that's something to keep in mind too with that weird thing. Oh, okay. So then, what else? Oh, so then I was in a starty mood, Joe. If Joe's still here, I was in a starty mood. You can't really tell by looking at this. But did everybody see on Bag-O-Day Crochet Crystal's, this was about a month ago, I think she posted this. It was a poncho that is a reversible poncho, and it's like thick. It's like double-sided. I'm making that with these two yarns. And I think it's going to be so pretty. All right. And then the other things, these two things need to get finished ASAP, like tomorrow. I'm making my little great nephew SJ hat and mitt and scarves set. And this is the start of his little hat. It's going to be, this is an MJ's Off the Hook pattern. It's the Winter Wonderland cable. And it's this gorgeous, gorgeous Cascade yarn. which is like superwash and nylon. It's so soft. And then I'm using, I just happened to have a matching hank of blue sky in the same color as what's on there. So, well, or of this, actually it's this color that's the same. So I'm going to, the mitts are going to be a solid color and the hat's going to be the stripes. What's interesting about these mitts that are taking, this is also the same pattern, but I couldn't find a mitten pattern for little hands. So I had to dream this up myself. And I'm so proud of myself that I did that. Like the stitch count and everything, like how to start at the fingertips. Pretty proud of myself. And then I'm working on 3 other bucket hats. Mindy a while ago had given me some Noro yarn. It was like silk and cotton Noro yarn. And so I'm making bucket hats out of it. So that's the start of one, granny square one, another granny square one. One of these is for you, Heather. And then this one is the just regular double crochet one. And I still have to put the, the bottom brim on. I've done all of that this week, you guys. All of that I just showed you, I've done this week. That's nuts. Insano vision. Insano vision. I know it. You know what, Mary Lou? That's funny that you said that it's a Mary Poppins bag, because look at it. It looks like Mary Poppins's bag, the tapestry bag. That's so cute. It is a Mary Poppins bag. Oh, and oh my God, you guys! This is the most exciting thing of all that's happened. I was watching YouTube videos. I was watching a tutorial. It was a bag-a-day crochet tutorial. And I think it was for this bucket hat. Anyway, it ended. And I was still just working away. I wasn't really paying attention. Usually I'll, like cancel the video and go on, find something else to watch or whatever. But I just was in my head or whatever. And it just rolled on to whatever was next. And the next video that popped on was one of Crystal's from like 9 or 10 years ago. I mean, it was an old video, and it was for one of her handbags. And I was like, that's really pretty. I'm going to try that. So I had this Care-On Simply Soft whole skein, which I don't care for Care-On Simply Soft. I think it's splitty. It's hard for me to work with, so I don't usually use it for things. So I had it in my basket to make my granny squares with for Heather and Holly and Mom. And I just reached down and grabbed it, right? I thought, okay, I'm going to see if I can do this. It was a jasmine stitch clutch. Now, I have tried to do the jasmine stitch a million times in my life. And every time I give up because they all look terrible, they look terrible, and I just can't get it. Look what I did. I learned how to do the jasmine stitch. I can't believe it. It finally just clicked. I was watching it. It finally clicked. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is going to be just a small clutch. Actually, I think I'll probably put handles on it because I don't like a clutch. It's pretty useless. But I thought it would be nice, like next year, like Nate's prom date or homecoming date or whatever might want to use it, because I thought it'd make a nice like fancy purse if you're gonna get dressed up or something. And it's this beautiful cream color, so to go with anything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all I've done. Woo! It is a pretty stitch, isn't it, Mary Lou? I know, I love that stitch. I like I said, I've never been able to get it, and it just all of a sudden clicked. So, yep. Now, but like I said, the things I need to get done are the bucket hats for the sisters, and the hat and mitts for SJ are going to get done tomorrow. or by tomorrow. I'll probably work on them tonight. Oh, and then Holly's, and then I got Holly's stuff too done. So that was not a bad run for the week. Let's see. But now I got to try to put this all in here without tangling it all up, right? Famous last words. It's going to tangle. That's just all there is to it. All there is to it. All right, guys, you want to hear something really weird? I'm sweating my ever-loving butt off. I don't know why. It's not hot in here, but I am sweating my patooter off. But you know what? Thank you, I'm going to get going because I have to pee super bad. I'll tell you what, I've got issues going on. So, I have a prolapsed bladder. So, yeah. I have to get that repaired again. I got it done about 13 years ago, but they say that when you have that surgery to repair a prolapsed bladder, that your chances of having to have it redone are even higher. And I mean, the repair lasted for 12 years. It's been about a year since it's been this way. But so I've got to get that done, but I've got more pressing issues health-wise than that. I'm not going to get into it or anything, but just some other stuff that needs to be taken care of first. And, you know, we'll just keep rocking on. Just keep pushing through. Just keep pushing through. Oh, so anyways, the reason I'm not doing tonight's live on my actual birthday is because since it is my 50th birthday, we're going to get together. I haven't even announced this to my family yet, but we're going to get together at our local watering hole and just have some drinks for on my actual birthday weekend. So I wanted to get this done before my birthday weekend. Or maybe I did mention that earlier. Yeah, I guess I did. But anyways, you're going to see me this week. You won't see any probably crochet content because I just showed you everything. But you will see me this week in a video for certain. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that despite how long I was gone, you guys were there for me. And, oh, Mom says, got a funny story. Papa asked me if you knew I could hear you. Yes, Papa. Can you hear me, Papa? That's funny. All right. I love everybody. And I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Good night.